I went to the movies. It was $19 a ticket. $19. Wow. It was a regular theater. It wasn't like IMAX or anything like that.
And you saw Hustlers. That's the price of a lap dance.
Seriously, $19. So you go with two people. You know you got to buy popcorn and soda. No joke.
You have to.
Of course you do.
Else you go to jail 14 days.
All week I was like, I can't wait for popcorn on Friday night. Right. I love movie popcorn. That was $60 for the first part of your quote date or whatever. You know, like I happen to be on a date too. But it's insane. You can't do anything else.
Right. Chemda tweeted out, I dare you to not walk out of Hustlers Keith Malley. I bet you $20 you won't make it to the end. See, now, Chemda doesn't understand. I'm the kind of guy that will see both parts of that shit movie, It. So you're talking to the wrong guy.
But also, genuinely, I'm not joking. The last show that we did where I was like, I'm going to see this movie, like as a joke. And two of you, who was the guest on that? Someone nice.
It was Chelsea White.
It was Chelsea White. And she was like, I'm going to see it too. And I'm like, yeah, girlfriend shit, right? And then they both looked at me like, no, we're going to the movies as people do. And I'm like, nah, not as people do. Like, come on. And then I was like, Keith is not going to see this because he sees everything, but not like crazy bullshit. You're not going to go see Magic Mike, for example.
I did see Magic Mike.
Fuck my life.
Magic Mike XXL is my favorite movie.
Okay, but you're different than Keith.
Steven Soderbergh directed it. He's a real director.
Oh my God. Did you see the commercial for Hustler?
Yes.
And you were like, this is a sincere fucking movie that I'm going to go pay money for.
Well, they say it's about women in a strip club that drug men. We read the story on Keith and the Girl at the time. And they started.
Great. So you watched it. Go ahead. Tell me how great it is. Explain to me how this is a movie.
Oh my God, Chemda.
An hour 50, by the way, which you couldn't have been happy about. And if you're going to fake happiness about that, I'm calling you out. An hour 50. Did you love the Christmas scene for fucking 15, 20 minutes? Did you love that fucking shit? A chinchilla coat because you made how much? $5,000 split between the club and the four of you? Where are you getting this fucking chinchilla coat from? The math didn't add up. The fucking bullshit didn't add up. And all it was J-Lo looking stunning in every fucking scene. Yeah. So if you want to pay $19 for that, I will give you that. Yeah. See, when I go with Aldo and Cole and they go like, J-Lo is amazing and all this other bullshit, I'm like, yes, this is why we come see the movie.
And you get to see her whole butt.
Yes. Yes. And yes, she wore like all those stupid things where it's like, oh, I just wanted to see the chinchilla coat. I just wanted to like see that she's doing that stuff. But it's not a movie. We didn't go like, tell me the story of J-Lo as a stripper drugging. And by the way, we're supposed to be on their side. These are fucking big time criminal cunt faces. They didn't just regular drug people. They ketamine and Molly.
Is narking again.
Imagine reading this review in print and no sentences are finished. There's a dash and then it goes, and by the way, no, you're the only one talking. By the way.
What?
Okay, the drug scene. May I please?
Well, no. Let's
all. You have to stop now.
Yeah, slow down. Let's all slow down.
Cut it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. First of all, I will agree. This movie was god awful.
What would you give it? Any tomatoes? How many tomatoes?
No.
Come on.
I give it 1 to 10. I give it a 0.
Like a negative.
Oh my God, you guys are such haters.
What did you think of it?
I loved it.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, I'm not looking at you anymore for the rest of this episode.
I loved it, and you respect my intelligence, remember?
I don't know how now.
So it's a 2-hour movie. And I don't understand why it wouldn't be an exciting movie. That's exciting. You're drugging dudes.
Get a grip. But okay. You know what? I'm going to hold my... I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So anyway, what joke lasts 2 hours?
Dude.
Your explanation is dumb.
Chemda, the thing about...
I thought it'd be dumb. It was. Fuck her.
Yeah.
No, I thought it'd be good.
I'm so mad because I thought I'd not like it and then I didn't. I was right.
But it wasn't even good enough to laugh at.
Here's Chemda.
Yes.
Diagnosis from me to you. No, this is all said with love. But
look, Chemda.
All right.
Bianca pushes the boundaries.
Okay.
Take this in.
Okay, Chemda, you are all about like expanding your mind, learning about yourself, introspection, getting to the bottom of what other people's experiences are.
You're buttering me up.
Opening your third eye, with the help of I don't know, maybe marijuana from time to time, just really.
Oh, I took a weed break.
taking the.
Oh, I hope when Chemda went out for the weed break, it was the 5 minutes when they actually showed guys being drunk finally.
Taking the fabric of reality and just rubbing it all over your face, because you don't want any distance between you and the real meat of life. Now, for the rest of us, we don't want that. We don't want to know about reality. We want, see me? Oh, Lord of the Rings? Yeah, let me read it several times. Let me watch it. Hustlers, it hits the same button for me. I want J-Lo. She's wearing sparkles. We're drugging men. It's morally ambiguous, but we look
morally
hot.
ambiguous. It was morally ambiguous.
They're wrong.
Yeah, at best.
They are drugged. The guys are falling face flat on the floor, and then they're robbing them of 50 grand at a time. Morally ambiguous.
And for a 2-hour movie, the only time they took to explain the other side is hey, remember these guys ruined Wall Street and the banks?
But that's true. They did.
They could have spent another sentence too, so we feel bad for the men.
Okay. I didn't need a lot of convincing that they were bad dudes.
Well, if you're in it for the clothes, then that's what you're in it for.
They weren't picking those bad dudes. They weren't going to their office. They were picking people with nice shoes who have money. You don't even know what that guy does for a living. They didn't go to their office. They went to a bar and picked on the guy who fell for their bullshit.
Yeah.
And then they drugged them. Okay,
Yeah.
The drug scene. Man, please,
Criminals.
please.
Yeah, but let's slow down though,
Sexy.
It's okay.
and let's say how the movie
Sexy criminals.
how the movie starts. So the very first hour, first of all, it starts. They're explaining to me what a strip club is in the slowest ways possible.
Yes, after 20 minutes, I was like, I fucking get it. And of course, when J-Lo comes on, who's this? I'm a new girl. I want everything that she has. They're throwing singles, hundreds on her. And then she's like, I still need a scam to make money. She's making thousands and thousands a night.
So it takes literally, because I checked my phone, it takes an hour before the idea of drugging guys and scamming them even comes up.
Sure, yeah. I would say the pacing of this movie did have some issues.
Okay.
Well, maybe at the end when they showed credits and there was just one editor, maybe that's their issue.
Cardi B and Lizzo are there
Love 'em.
Oh, everyone lost their mind.
for no reason. For no reason.
What reason do you need besides it's fun and
You know the
good?
reason. There was good reason.
They're famous, fun, good.
Yeah.
What other reason is there?
Yeah. They're in the cool outfits. They're saying the cool shit.
This movie is cotton candy for you to eat.
Honestly, they were the only lines that I was like, oh, this is fun.
It was
Yeah.
You love that line.
The whole thing was stupid, and they were
yes.
the smallest comic relief.
I don't need a guy. I got a dildo.
Exactly.
You loved it.
No.
Chemda loved it.
No, I didn't, but I at least understood their situation, like why they were in there.
Did you see it was produced by Will Ferrell? Do you think he was drugged? And they took his hand and made him write a script? The fuck?
Oh, God.
And then at the very end of it, there's
Oh, she's so deep, that final fucking thing she said.
I
I
don't-
loved it.
what'd
You
she
guys
say?
are fucking haters.
What'd she say that's so deep?
She was like, everybody, this whole country is a strip club.
Yeah, mic drop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then at the very end of the movie, it's over. They're of course caught, etc. Then they go back to this Christmas scene that I'm just talking about, and it's the 4 women just dancing for no reason to "Miss You Much."
Fantastic.
All right, well there you have it.
Yeah, because they're spoiler alert, if possible. They all get off. One of them said, yes, I did do it right away. She got caught. The main chick, she's like, yeah, I did do it. And J-Lo was like, what the fuck are you telling people that we did it for? Which I totally understood that anger. And then it was said, because she was honest with the cops, she only got probation. And then the rest of them only got probation, except for 2 of them, which were not J-Lo and the main chicks. They got something like 2 months, but only weekends in jail.
Right.
But they drugged men day after day after day, like to the point where they're like, again, falling face down. They stole grand larceny type money.
Yeah.
Well, but they were honest at the end. So
The guy that it was just one guy that finally went to the cops. All the other guys are embarrassed for whatever reason. The money, being taken advantage, that kind of thing. But this Dr. Ziad Yunan, he reported the scam. This was at Scores in 2013. He said that he was drugged and $135,000 in charges racked up to his credit card. And in the movie, you see that during a 1 minute plot point, finally, some of these men would call back and go, "Listen, just give me my money back." And they're like, "No, we can't do that." And so, of course, one person comes out and then they find some other people.
What are you doing stealing $130,000 at a time?
Right.
And by the way, in the beginning of the movie, J-Lo was explaining how these guys that she works with at the strip club, they drop $10,000, $15,000 a night.
As is. Normal.
But she doesn't blow anyone. She doesn't fuck anyone.
Right.
So they're spending 10, 15 grand on one, maybe 2 to 3 girls. 10 to 15,000, and no one's getting touched.
You know what that makes?
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I doubt it. Do you know what Jennifer Lopez looks like in real life? The
Amazing.
woman she played?
So wait, was this a real story?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it starts with this is a real
Oh my gosh.
Wait, it was really a real story?
Yes.
We talked about it!
Wait, did people actually get off though? Nobody went to jail?
I assume that all the words at the end were true. That's what I'm going to assume, because that'd be easy to prove otherwise.
Oh, then, okay.
To what part?
Really nothing. I'm trying. Okay. Okay, so now can we talk about how they put drugs together? They're like, what drugs, when we're not going to Google it, what drugs can get guys to still be like, all right, and moving, but like not all there, right? So they decided ketamine and Molly, but they didn't know the dose. So they took, and Molly is $50 every time you do a hit, right? That's Molly. Ketamine, I don't know how much it is. They took, did you see the amounts they took when they were just experimenting? They were like, look at this big baking sheet. No, that's wrong. Toss it. And then when they were cleaning up, they took a sponge to all of the powder on the counter. And we were all like, the fuck is it? That's $1,000 worth of drugs that you're just sponging off.
Also, she's pushing it towards the stove. Did you notice that?
What is happening?
Not the corner so you can put it in your hand, not the sink, into the stove. Okay, they don't clean much.
Those are drugs.
But I never felt bad for these women. When the woman didn't want to work at a strip club anymore before the scam, then she's calling up the sweet guys. At least one of them, right? Mm-hmm. That you understand he's a sucker, but he's sweet. And he's like, hey, maybe I can... Oh, now's bad timing. I just proposed to, and I have a fiance. Fuck you, click. And then crosses his name off at the bottom of the list, meaning she's just going to start using people for money again. So it's not she's finding the bad people.
No, they were not just finding that. They weren't paying attention to that. But also, that guy is not that sweet either.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
She's more criminal-minded, but he had a fiance when they were originally doing things.
It was funny when he took the call in the sauna to hide.
That was funny. But no, he's not that great either, but he's not like bankrupt like she is in the fucking head.
Right.
Okay, well, that teaches anybody to have any fun around Chemda.
But Keith, you had fun?
No, it's a terrible movie.
Don't go to the grocery store and buy a chocolate. Don't go to the movies. All you can do is like read self-help books and cry. That's the only thing you're allowed to do.
All right,
the 7 pillars of self-esteem.
Of course I sat through the whole thing.
All right, well, I'm going to do what they did to the strippers on their worst night. Their worst night. Here's your fucking 20.
Right in the head.
Some days were bad, and they're just showing them, like, I guess they're being thrown money at them. I'm like, that's not your fucking worst night.
Now, who did?
As a stripper.
Now, we love that Usher came into the club, right?
What a cameo. What, like, 5 to 10 minutes.
Easily.
Of just him walking into the club and J-Lo going, we were famous at the same time, basically.
Right. But if
I what? Finish the sentence.
I'd rather not. How is there a problem with that scene, which there is, but
it's just silly.
But no problem with Cardi B and Lizzo for no reason?
They were cast members, and they did like a few lines. That was a very good cameo. It made sense.
For no reason.
Him
There was no
walking in
reason.
and they seriously slowed down everything.
Cardi B in real life drugged men and stole their money. Make her part of the crew. Instead, she's just sticking out her tongue like she does. But she's probably the one that could bring authenticity to it.
Usher was ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Why'd you go, though? I don't get it.
I like seeing stupid movies. This was just too dumb. Imagine
No,
that.
you don't like seeing
You don't.
stupid movies.
You don't
I'm
like
done.
it.
This was 3 fucking strikes with your fucking movie theaters. Keith, normally you would be all over shitting on this.
I did. The fuck part did you miss?
Would you have stayed until the end if I didn't threaten you?
If
You wouldn't have walked out of this at the Christmas scene specifically. Fucking Christmas scene.
permission to treat her like a hostile witness.
Granted.
If I was by myself, I might have walked out. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
At the Christmas scene?
I don't know that I would have got that far. Once
Thank you. Can you at least understand that I know you a little bit with that tweet, that you do not like this movie, you wouldn't have liked this movie, and you would have left. Thank you. Your Honor, yes.
Oh my Lord. Now,
I'm so scared.
right? Right? That's what happens to the nicest people. They saw a movie that they think should have been popcorn fun, was all about sparkles and fur coats.
No.
But it didn't play right, and she's ready to murder.
Yes.
She's so mad.
So angry.
So bad. It has Oscar buzz.
No, it doesn't.
Oscars.
No, it doesn't.
There was an article.
I would give Jennifer Lopez
Okay.
an Oscar for that.
For her butt.
For the whole thing. She's amazing. She's amazing. She's 50 years old.
Oh, yes, that's true. But also,
Well, there's 2 of them because there was a 50-year-old in real life, and they found another 50-year-old somehow.
that's the credit that she gets.
All right. Well, congratulations to you, Bianca, who
No,
loved it.
I delete this whole episode. This is garbage.
And you took your boyfriend, Henda, so that's good.
I know, but I warned him. He was noticing he wasn't really-
Poor Xerxes had to see Jennifer Lopez's butt for 90 minutes.
By the way, that's not a pleasure. No offense to the Lopez's. I have porn. What am I going to do? Whack off in the theater? Who gives a shit?
I didn't think it was that hot,
my
honestly.
God, you
You
guys.
leave. Do you know how long into the movie you left?
For a smoke break?
Yeah.
I know that it was when they ratted them out. So when the cops were alerted, I was outside. But when they got arrested, I was back in.
That's the good part.
That was a good part.
Oh, is that the good part that I missed?
It's the only part. There's 5 minutes to this movie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I took 5 minutes to smoke and I missed the good part of an hour and 50. Keith, stop. You really need to stop. I shouldn't have bet you before this because you would have been right with me on this fucking bullshit. But now you got to defend this stupid movie-going experience.
Doesn't like the movie,
Imagine,
Chemda.
imagine you're in court and I'm your lawyer and I'm defending you. You'd
Chemda,
be so
he doesn't
pleased.
like it.
Can my lawyer shut the fuck up?
Shakers.